When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
We find Vecna, we end this once and for all. Together.
On December 25th.
We have a plan. It's a bit insane. Everyone in?
He knows where we are.
Watch out! Get ready for one last adventure.
We stay true to ourselves. Stay true to our friends, no matter the cost.
Found you. Stranger Things, Season 5, Volume 2 begins December 25th. Only on Netflix.
Every Who down in Who Newville liked the holidays a ton. But where to get great prices on gifts, they had no idea. None. They searched and they searched for great gifts under $25. Gifts for spouses and friends and even their toddlers. When suddenly one Who shouted, Walmart has what you want, knowing they have Lego, Tree Hut, and low prices to flaunt. So they enjoy the holiday season as Who's often do. Cheering and shouting, Walmart has incredible gifts. Who knew? Find gifts they'll love under $25 at Walmart.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. You're ready to move your business forward, but first, you need to find the right team. Start your search with Indeed-sponsored jobs. It can help you reach qualified candidates fast, ensuring your listing is the first one they see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs are 90% more likely to report a hire than non-sponsored jobs. See the results for yourself. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, Hilton stay, oh, Hilton stay. Your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
Welcome back to another episode of The Reality Is. As always, it's Snooer. And this week, Bravo said, we're going to make you do nothing but watch TV. And so there's a lot of shit to cover this week. And so I thought, who better to come and talk to me about all the shit that happened on Bravo this week than the person who talks every week about the things that happen in pop culture every week. It's Van, the host of Best Week Ever podcast.
Hey, yeah, I need to have Bravo every week on Best Week Ever. It's like mandatory.
So much happened that I don't know what's heads from tails. If you guys somehow quit Bravo and still listen to these episodes, well, it's amazing. But we had Potomac, we had Married to Medicine, we had Salt Lake City, we had the new Vanderpump Rules, and we had Beverly Hills. Now, I have a conspiracy theory. I think that they released Beverly Hills and Vanderpump Rules together because they weren't sure how these shows were going to do, but they know that they can usually like use the audiences of these shows to like amp up ratings, because I don't think Bravo needs more ratings right now. Like, you have Potomac, and I don't even cover Below Deck. They're still Below Deck, Southern Charm, Married to, like, you didn't need to add on Vanderpump Rules and Beverly Hills right now. That's too much.
Isn't it crazy how, like, literally, I want to say a month ago, we were like, we're in a drought. There's nothing on Bravo TV. And now everything came all at once. And it's like, they really need to know how to, like, separate these shows apart in order for us to not go a little loco.
Yeah, I don't know if we need 3 housewives on TV at one time. 3 is too many.
Yeah, that's so true. And we're having so much fun with Potomac and Salt Lake City that adding Beverly Hills is like sad, baby girl. Very sad.
Go on, girl. Give me nothing. Truly. Yeah. Okay, so we'll talk. I told you, I was like, there's so much to cover. I'm actually going to set a timer on my phone for when we start talking about this so that we have to cut it off at like 12 minutes each topic because there's too many shows. Okay. So let me see this. Okay, let's start. All right. We're going to start talking about Potomac now. Okay. This week on Potomac, we open back up at the Reasonably Shady party where Kiarna once again gets her ass handed to her by the queen of QVC, Stacey, and teams have been formed. It's Giselle and Ashley and Kiarna and Tia, and I guess Angel's there too. They're all against Stacey, who wouldn't necessarily say is in a team with Wendy against these people, but Wendy and Jassy are on her side. This episode came to a head when Stacey and Monique met, and it's to put the Chris Samuels business to rest. And it's totally inconsequential because it turns out Monique really just does not give a fuck about this at all.
No, Ashley was upset about all of that.
Oh, Ashley was pissed. Now, I have to ask you, who do you think called Chris to tell him that people were talking shit?
Honestly, I think it was Kiarna.
Yeah.
Just because, like, what do you mean Cookie called you? That means you and Cookie kiki all the time, and you guys are transferring each other gossip. So, like, right off the top, and Kiarna fell so flat with saying, like, oh, Monique, you're Chris Samuels' ex-husband who Stacey dated. It was just very, like, she tries too hard to produce the show, and that's not what she's here for.
Yeah, I would like to raise a particular scene that we had earlier in this season that I'm sure everybody forgot about because there were like trips and stuff in the middle. But remember when Giselle, Kiarna, Cookie, and Ashley went to the Tally Ho to talk about Karen? And that's where we first heard, I think it was Ashley that said the streets are saying that Chris Samuels and Stacey are dating or they try to date or whatever. And that's where she said, oh, my friend said after my balloon ball that Stacey was trying to ask for Chris's phone number and da-da-da-da and all this stuff. So that's where Cookie was like, wait, what? Now, if what Monique is saying is true, which is that Cookie and Chris are besties and they don't fuck with Monique at all, then it would definitely make sense for Cookie to then call Chris and be like, by the way, we were filming today and your name came up. So then when Stacey shows that text to Monique to say, I got a text from Chris saying, I heard my name is coming up in filming. And that's before you and I even met. Like, why would you why am I the person that's in contact with Chris? It's not me. I also think Wendy's theory about Angel telling Bobby and Bobby texting Chris is pretty good because Angel does seem like the kind of person that would say to her husband, like, and Monique was like talking shit about her ex-husband. Chris is not like that. Like, she was saying that they had bad sex and all this stuff. Like, I can hear Angel saying that because Angel is an unreliable narrator, as is Kiarna. So yeah. What I think is hilarious is that all these women are really trying to dig it into Stacey, and Stacey's like, still I ride.
I as much as I don't want to come off as, because I love Stacey and maybe I am being an apologist, but I just don't see Stacey running to Chris telling this little bit of piece of news. And also, like, Ashley, Giselle, Kiarna, and Cookie, after that luncheon, they are in a group chat now. And I really do think 100%. That Kiarna is doing their dirty work. And, like, Ashley and Giselle are having their hands clean. Like, she's really falling into their trap. It's really sad to see. Sadness and madness.
Sadness and madness. Oh, my God. Yes, that's exactly what Kiarna and Angel are. It's just, like, it's just landing so sloppily. Like, Giselle going up to the elevator and pushing the button. Like, Stacey already said she was very nice to you. She said she's going to leave. She's literally waiting for the elevator. What would you like her to do? Maybe you should have an establishment at a place that has a faster elevator. I keep calling her Garcelle because, you guys, I just watched so many clips of people being mad about the way Beverly Hills women are now talking about Garcelle. I apologize. Giselle, stop pissing me off, okay?
Yeah, you could have pointed her to the stairs instead of pressing the button.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a fire exit.
With this finger?
Friend of both of our pods and friend in real life, Zell of Who Asked Zell, she said something on Threads that was so funny to me. She said, whenever Ashley runs out of a storyline, she brings her mom Sheila around to dog on Sheila's marriage. And I was like, oh my God, that's so correct.
It's so true. She's like, you know what? I hate this man and I need the world to know how much I hate him every season.
Yeah, and it's like, Sheila's like, now why am I in it? And also, by the way, Ashley just has a lot of nerve to be talking about, like, my mom has been with this terrible guy for so long. Girl, it took you like 18 years to divorce Michael Darby. It took you longer to divorce him than you were even married to him. So, like, please, okay? And I just want to also raise that they all at the Reasonably Shady party were like, Stacey's like, I don't know why you guys don't believe me. And they're like, because you're a liar. And they're like, I was like, Ashley, again, has a lot of nerve. Like, please, let's not go there, okay?
That's one thing that's making, because I'm loving this season of Potomac. It's making me laugh, but like the whole Ashley storyline, I'm just like, I'm ready for her to go. Like, bring Robin back. You know what I mean? The
Let's
Ashley
not
and
push it.
Giselle, it's just like, you can totally tell that they have each other's back because they both have a little bit of something against each other, in my opinion. That's all alleged. You can't tell me that friendship is real.
No, I think Ashley and Giselle are friendly in that they're both messy boots together. But
Yeah.
like, we cannot bring Robin back because Robin didn't even come to her own podcast party.
No. Yeah, that was, I mean, I gotta give it to her because she went to BravoCon, but she didn't want to be filmed for The Reasonably Shady. The reason why she's not on that show anymore is because of that podcast.
Yeah, so she apparently was at BravoCon at a traders panel. She didn't do any BravoCon stuff for Housewives, I think.
Oh, I wonder if that was in the contract of the traders. Like,
maybe. Yeah,
promo.
or she just like does not want to fuck with the Housewives audience because we are famously sleuths. Like, we're the ones that we're finding out about what's his name, you know, God, I forgot her husband's name. Juan Dixon, of course. Juan Dixon, you know, helping a Canadian refugee or whatever.
Yeah. And we haven't really heard anything, I mean, besides like the random pictures of him hanging out with not Robin.
Yeah.
We haven't really heard more because it's just, sadly, we kind of already know their storyline. And it's, if Robin likes it, it's like, okay, girl, I can't really fight you. Yeah.
Who are we? I have some, you know, words on the streets of Maryland, and I've heard multiple things. I've heard stuff like the wedding was not real. I've also heard people say that there was a house that they used to always see Juan Dixon loitering at, and that house has not seen Juan Dixon for a while. So he's moved on even from that particular person, I would say. But okay, this week, all right, that was Potomac this week. I would love for you to tell me, who do you think had the best and worst week ever on Potomac this week?
Worst week, Cookie. She's cooked.
You're making fun of her. I was like, when your friends are making fun of you, that's not-
And the editor's putting clown music when she comes into the scene. I was like, oh, Cookie, you started off with a high note, and now, because when she first came on, I was like, Cookie, and now I'm like, oh no, it's Cookie.
And who do you think is having the best week?
Honestly, and this is probably problematic, Wendy.
You know, she really is.
Best season ever right now.
Season ever. You're right. She is. Her mom looks good. Okay. Also, her mom coming on camera and being like, look at all what your money is doing. Look at how I'm like enjoying all your money. And I'm like, oh no. I wonder if they can take that to court to be like, it's not our fault. It's actually my mom's fault. She made me do all this.
I'm not going to lie. This is what I have written down. I'm like, cringe, but I really do think that maybe the family was involved.
Listen, I feel like her mom is the kind of person to be like, come hell or high water, you're going to get me. You're going to make money. Like, I feel like that's, you know, but peace and blessings to you, Wendy, because I saw that they're apparently going to go on trial together. Like, they're going to be tried to, I don't know. It's good luck to you, Wendy.
From
Again, I have
Taria.
to say. Yeah,
I
Taria
can't
did
believe
that.
Taria was so close. I was like, that is a great photo. Like, TMZ is probably calling her to see if they can get that photo.
Yeah, and TMZ better pay her a good amount of money for that
Yes.
picture. I want Taria to get a press badge for those hearings. I want her there. I want her to be next to her. I want to see Taria's face in one of the artist renderings that they do, like the court, whatever. I want that person to get Taria.
I would
in
love
the back.
that.
I think I agree with you. I will also say I think not my favorite, but I think Monique had a great week on Potomac because Monique is coming out looking amazing. People almost forgot that she beat up her coworker.
Yeah, no, she's really coming in looking great. I almost forgot that she was the one who was running towards Candace around that barn house to get to her. But she is like in such a happy Zen place that she is aware of what's going on. Like, this isn't her first rodeo.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let's go over to Salt Lake City.
This is Jason Momoa, and I'll be your finance professor today. Welcome to Banking Smarter 101 with Chime. Bam! First lesson, sign up for Chime and set up direct deposit. You'll be joining millions of members banking fee-free. Second lesson, get cash back on eligible purchases while building credit and a higher APY on your savings. That's how you bank smarter this season. Fa-la-la-la-la, class dismissed. Join Chime today.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and a secure Chime Visa credit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. Details at chime.com/feesinfo. With a qualifying direct deposit, earn 1.5% cash back on eligible secure Chime Visa credit card purchases. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. APY means annual percentage yield. Learn about credit building and more at chime.com.
While the Who's of Whoville were laughing and eating, the Grinch from his lair sought to wreak havoc on their season. He thought, how do I ruin their holiday meals? A plan sprang to mind, which he enacted with zeal. Dill pickle seasoning on fries will make for a green surprise. And I know they'll be shocked with these loathsome odd socks. So if you want to experience the Grinch's mischievous meal, head to McDonald's and show him how you really feel. The new Grinch meal, now at McDonald's. At participating McDonald's while supplies last.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Dripping in gold? That's cool. Dripping in Velveeta's supremely creamy golden cheesiness? That's respect. Elevate your drip with Velveeta's range of outrageously delicious dips and dishes. Shells, cheese, melty blocks, and heat and eat queso that go all in on indulgence. Flex on your fam with a creamy, cheesy masterpiece and go all in on what you love with Velveeta. Respect the drip and satisfy your cravings. Bring home the drip with Velveeta.
This episode is brought to you by McAfee. I found this great place to stay this weekend.
Click on the link and book it.
Oh, wow. McAfee alerted me that this site is fake and even blocked it. Cyber criminals create fake sites to steal your passwords and financial data. McAfee identifies and blocks these sites to keep you safer online so you can book your trip without worry. Learn more at McAfee.com/online protection.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
What you texted me, you said, what did you say? You said, we're in the golden age of reality TV.
Yeah.
Because
with the founding fathers.
Oh, yes. Okay. So this week on Potomac, This week on Salt Lake City, the ladies got petty and patriotic at Bronwyn's Boston Spill the Tea Party. They donned their Hamilton cosplay and powdered wigs to sit around a circle and put their grudges to bed, except for Meredith, who brought drug tests for everyone else to take, even though she was the one accused of being on drugs. Anyway, it was a really stupid episode. It was perfect.
But you know what? Whitney got really offended with that drug test. She's like, I can't take the drug test now. I did coke like 2 days ago at a party. You know what I mean? I just knew that she was deflecting so much because I was like, Whitney, now the tables have turned because I want you to take that test. And I'm pretty sure it's going to come out negative.
And by the way, I don't care who does how many drugs. Okay, to be fair, I don't care if that came back in flying colors and Whitney is positive for every drug in the sun. Whitney's not the one that got on a plane, screamed at somebody, and then forgot about it. Okay. I also think Whitney plays her hand wrong because she goes too hard, and like I think that what Whitney is saying and what Mary are saying is actually the same thing. Mary is very concerned about how Meredith does not remember. She keeps being like, Meredith, but she's like so much gentler about it. Whereas Whitney is like, you're a pill proper alcoholic drug addict.
And also you have to remember that Whitney is such a Heather where she's always trying to produce the show. Where like Mary is like, this is real life. I really, even though you're boring sometimes, I do care about you. And I mean, we see Whitney blaming Justin for the MLM too. She really does go hard towards anyone close to her.
It's so funny. Okay, I have Whitney. I was like, do I have to give a fuck about this? It was such a stupid scene where Justin and Whitney are sitting together and Whitney's like looking off into the horizon of her subdevelopment and the man-made pool or whatever pond in the middle of their subdevelopment. And then like she's got a glass of wine and Justin's like, how's it going? And she's like, it's going. Like it was so, and then she starts crying. So apparently we find out that Whitney was trying to not go the MLM route with her company. And Justin was like, no, let's try MLM again. Even though he had just gotten fired from his MLM business. And Whitney was like, I wanted to be in like Target and Sephora and we went the MLM route. And then the MLM stuff blew up because I think like those girls that were like on TikTok saying that like we went for a conference and then it got canceled and we didn't get our money back, I think part of being in an MLM, as I've learned from just like documentaries about MLMs, like that legging one, is that they have these like conferences where they like get together and like talk about the pyramid or whatever. I don't know, your upline and your downline or whatever. And so I think that's what those girls were part of. And I think that shit got canceled because for whatever, I don't know, MLMs, I feel like just someday decide to implode and then you're shit out of luck. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if Justin did try to do a thing where he sold a bunch of product to these MLM girlies. They tried to hey girly through things and sell it to a bunch of people because that's how MLMs work. And it didn't work and they lost money and then they had to shut down. And Whitney was like, that was never my business plan. But like, Whitney, you have to be the adult and you have to take some ownership and say, I made a bad business decision, but it was my fault also, even if I took my husband's guidance.
She had some nerve to get mad at Justin for paying people back.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I just saw some funds taken out of our account. And he's like, well, we have to pay those people back. like, what do you mean? Like, you're upset at him for not paying your dues. That's what you do when you fall out of business like that. That's called integrity.
He's like, I think it's important to pay our vendors back or whatever. And she's like, okay, well, let me just drink this red wine at 10 a.m. or whatever and cry about it. I was just like, Whitney, please. My favorite part of the episode was at this Spill the Tea party, this minor spat about the horses. I thought it was so fucking funny. So we find out that on the boat, Lisa Barlow had said that she's buying her own horse. And then Angie, who is a certified horse girl who has horses, she went and asked her friend who has a stable if Lisa Barlow has purchased any horses, and she said no, she's renting a horse. And Lisa said, no, I bought a horse and I'm thinking about buying a second one. And Angie goes, what are you gonna do with a second horse? And she goes, none of your business. I'm sorry, the show is so funny.
It is the petty drama that I've been looking for, because the way that Angie was like, if she did buy a horse, we would all hear about it and see it on Instagram, because that is the way Lisa is. And I was like, Angie, you got this is a great like a great debate to see with their wigs on.
Yes, exactly. The wig and the hat. It was so funny. I just like loved it. Now, okay, I want to get your opinion as a child of immigrants, and myself as an immigrant myself. People on the internet are mad at Bronwyn for showing her citizenship journey. They say it was very weird. Oh my God, Van, it made no sense. It was one of those things where I was like, you don't know how any of this works. It was something like, Bronwyn is so tone deaf for talking about becoming a citizen. Like, what the fuck? They're actually deporting people by the droves. It's so fucked up. And I was like, what? What? I don't understand this. Do you know why they would be mad?
No, I don't. The two don't add up. They're two different things.
No.
Like, what are you talking about? And plus, my parents got their citizenship when I was about 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm first generation American, and we had like a huge party. And I remember my parents like learning like the Bill of Rights.
Yes.
How many states. And like, I just remember as a teenager growing up, like not even true Americans, we see it on the show, know that correct answer. I mean, I got to give it to Bronwyn for just being knowledgeable and wanting to stay in this country.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty bold of her also, because like we did find out that she had some crimes. And so I was like, you got crimes and you're not a citizen? Okay, good for you.
I understand now why those documents are sealed.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I think at the end of the day, like I think, yeah, she probably has like a green card or whatever because she was born in Brazil and like all that stuff. So anyway, people are mad because they feel like it was two things. One person said, she's not even a citizen. Why does she get to be a housewife? I was like, are you dumb? I hate this. And then the other thing was, I mean, like we have Beverly Hills where we have Dorit, who's a citizen of the world. She's not even just a U.S. citizen. But anyway, I was like, that's so stupid. And also, like, I get that Bronwyn I think it's actually really important for Bronwyn to talk about not being a citizen, because people think that the only people in this country who are not citizens are brown people or like people who don't speak English, you know? Like, I think it's really important for these people to know, like, no, there's actually a lot of non-citizens in this country, because this country does make it very easy for you to come in and work and continue to work. It's just that the current administration is trying to villainize the people who are coming here to work and actually pay into this stupid fucking capitalist system. You know, like, I thought it was great that I thought the scene of her putting like stuffing the pride flags with her mom, like that was so lovely.
Yeah, I can't believe I actually started to come around to Muzzy too, but it makes sense why Bronwyn is the way she is in her relationships. Like, she really, that's the only people she's got in her life. So she's got to like make do with what she's got, right?
Yeah. And I also think like you see that desperation of like her wanting approval from her mother. Like, I love scenes of I'm equally into the scenes of housewives with their moms as I'm not into the scenes of housewives with their daughters.
Yeah. I mean, I see it with Kiarna and her mom, where I'm just like, now why isn't this woman in the cast?
She should be. Whatever we can do to keep Kiarna's mom and brother on our TVs.
Yes, her brother.
Oh my God. Okay. Who do you think had the best week and worst week on the show this week on Salt Lake City?
Well, definitely Whitney for worst week, because this episode made her look so bad. Just being like, I had to pay off people and I need to call out Meredith, because Whitney calling Meredith a pill popper and alcoholic, it just made me stay on Meredith's side even more. Even though like I believe every word that Mary has said, I'm still like Team Meredith when it comes against Whitney. So definitely Whitney.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Whitney being so upset and worried, like, because here's the thing, I understand kind of why like Angie wouldn't have gotten up and like made space for no, I fully understand why Angie wouldn't have gotten up and made space for Brittany, or Mary wouldn't be defending Brittany on the plane. But if Whitney really gave a shit about Brittany, she could have gotten up and switched seats with her. She could have done any of those things. Whitney was a flop this week. Who do you think was the best?
Oh, Meredith with the drug test. Because when that came out, I was like, this is why we watch this show. Papa Squat.
The drug test. But also I died because there was this moment where she's like, well, I have something for everyone. And so I was like, okay, she's already wearing like a wacky outfit, but I didn't understand. I didn't fully grasp the full scope of its wackiness until she got up to go get the bags. And I realized she looks like somebody took like the Tin Man outfit and then turned it into like colonial times, because it's a full head to toe gray thing with like gray tights. And then what
grapes.
Yeah. And then what looks like diapers, like a diaper bottom. And then it's just like fluffy on. It was such an insane outfit for her to like get up with those like beautiful long legs she has and like go and grab the goodie. It was so silly. Look, do I think that Meredith probably has a problem? Probably. I mean, they all do. That's like part of being a housewife. I think ultimately Meredith sucks for not owning the thing that she's doing. It doesn't help that Lisa is just kind of like, not even. Lisa could have said, Meredith, you spilled wine on me also. That's how mad you were. Like, she could have said that, but she's not saying it, whatever. But I think what's funny about Meredith is that Meredith is like kind of like barely there for the whole season. And then usually at the end of the season, something happens where she's like, that is deeply offensive to me and my family. We're like, okay.
That's why I love Brittany, because she wakes her up. Like she activates her.
She does.
That's very true. When Meredith came out with the drug test, I was just like, ugh, this is why we need her. There are times where, like, remember last season where we were like, oh my God, it's the Meredith erasure. We haven't really seen a lot of her.
Yeah.
And she's just essential. She needs to stick around.
I love it because I've always said that she just sounds like an exasperated like mother. She's just exhausted all the time. Yes. And my favorite thing about Meredith is when she starts talking and it sounds like she's lost her breath halfway through what she's saying. Like, I think that's so funny. Also, I think a pretty bad week was also for Heather, who just kind of like flopped across the board. And then we had to see her disgusting mattress and do this like funeral for her mattress. I was like, this tells me we don't really have a show for you, Heather. No, knock it off.
Bravo is always trying to push Heather to my face. And it's like, do you not remember the black guy, guys? Do you not remember how she blamed production? I'm never going to let that go. I just don't see it for her. And I'm never going to like her. And for her to like go against Lisa when I'm like, you wanted to be Lisa. Mm-hmm. You got to be friends with her. You know her inside out right now for you to use that for your leverage and use it against her. I never liked Heather. She's always trying to produce a show. Do I like her sometimes? Yes, but she doesn't give us anything.
You know what's great is like we haven't even seen this season yet that Angie has a tequila brand. Like we haven't even gotten to that yet. That's crazy to me because they just filmed the reunion and I'm like, there's so much more left. Yeah. I feel like I don't know what else is going on. Like they still have to go to Greece. Well, when are we going to Greece? That's crazy.
This episode is brought to you by Nature's Bounty. Nature's Bounty believes your body is brilliant, naturally designed to thrive, inside and out. For those always looking for new ways to support your health from head to heels, Nature's Bounty has a range of over 400 vitamins and supplements born from 50 years of trust and care. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature. Visit naturesbounty.com to learn more.
Okay, Chad. Today you're gonna drive the all-electric Toyota BZ.
But my electric vehicle phobia. I'm not ready, Dr. Ross.
I believe in you.
Oh my gosh. We're inside it.
Try to take deep breaths, okay?
The ventilated seats, they're touching me.
You can do this, Chad. Drive the car. How do you feel, Chad?
I feel cured. Woohoo! I'm doing it!
The all-electric BZ. One drive can change your mind. Toyota. Let's go places.
Meet the computer you can talk to. With Copilot on Windows, working, creating, and collaborating is as easy as talking. Got writer's block? Share your screen with Copilot Vision to help spark inspiration, and use Copilot Voice to have a conversation and brainstorm ideas. Or maybe you need some tech help. With Copilot Vision, Copilot sees what you see. Let Copilot talk you through step-by-step guidance so you can master new apps, games, and skills faster. Try now at windows.com/Copilot.
REI Co-op presents a perfect outdoor moment with the perfect gift. Picture this. You're ripping with your favorite person. Bluebird skies, blower powder, and frankly, you're skiing like legends.
So sick. Another lap?
Thanks to REI's curation, from lid to sticks, you nailed the gift.
No way. How'd you know?
Does it get more perfect than that? Give without guessing. Shop in store or visit rei.com.
Don't chew on that, Max.
Cooper loves that chew too.
Oh, now he's into Cooper's food. Wow, he is loving it. What do you feed Cooper?
Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula. He never leaves a crumb. I love it because it's made with high-quality protein, nutrient-rich fruits and veggies, and wholesome whole grains.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Blue Buffalo foods are made with the superior ingredients your dog needs to thrive. Can your dog food say that? Visit feedbluefood.com to learn more.
Okay, let's talk about Vanderpump Rules. We're going in order of how the shows came out. New Vanderpump Rules. I have so many thoughts. So definitely saving the rest of our time today to talk through Vanderpump Rules and Beverly Hills. Okay, on Vanderpump Rules, we met the new cast, which includes someone who has worked at the place for 8 years, a set of really hot boy cousins from New Jersey who probably fuck each other. Yeah, a guy who looks like a Temu Mark Anthony, his girlfriend who gives Jersey Shore, a man named Venus, and a woman named Natalie who I feel has been studying Vanderpump Rules just since she was in elementary school.
And probably has seen Southern Hospitality and was like, I want to be the Grace Lily of the show.
You're right. I didn't even think about Southern Hospitality. You're right. She is trying to do like Grace Lily is naturally in space. Okay. She is doing ayahuasca without even being prompted. Natalie is the daughter of a surgeon, it looks like. A surgeon. She's a daughter of a surgeon. And she's like, I'm going to go to LA. Like, you didn't need to do all that, Natalie. Okay. Knock it off. What did you think of the premiere overall?
I really did like it. And I love how you called Marcus a Temu Mark Anthony, because I thought he looked like he belonged in the cartoon show of Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
You're right. Yeah. The eyes are, guys, he's very attractive, but let's not act like the eyes are not pointing in two separate directions.
Yeah, I really thought that he was going to be one of the good guys, but the right 5 minutes into it, and I'm like, oh, this guy's a mess.
Yeah, and it's so funny to me that like Lisa was like, this year on Vanderpump Rules, we have black people, because Marcus is half black. I went on his Instagram. He is half black. He's biracial. So like she's like, I know in the past we've had some issues with our white castmates calling the cops on our black castmates, but this year it's a black man. Like, it's just, I don't know. I was like, Lisa, please. Yeah, I also thought from the previews that he was going to be like fun and normal, but it was like, oh, no, he's a dipshit. Also, he's like 40. He's the old man Jax.
Are you serious? I thought 40. He was at least 32.
No, he's like 37.
Oh, he's like close to our age. Really?
Yes.
Really?
Here's the thing. If you're born in the 1980s, you should not be on Vanderpump Rules, okay?
Unless you're Peter Madrigal, you're allowed, but that's it.
Exactly. There was like this whole part of the show where like two girls were dating a guy who works at SIR in his 50s.
Yeah, when I heard that he's 56, I was like, what are we doing in Vanderpump Rules?
So well, my favorite thing about the premiere was that the staff is poor, the restaurant is dirty, and it gave Lisa is like strapped for cash. Like, even the outfits that like Lisa was wearing to like be like, oh, it's me, Hot Lisa, here to boss the little broken birds around. Like, even her outfits to me felt like they like came out of a dusty Halloween closet, like costume closet, where it's just like a one piece. Like, you know, it's actually like a jumpsuit. Like, it's not these two-piece like fluffy shirt and pants. It's just like one piece that Lisa has to like zip herself into. And just like, everything just was so janky. And I kind of love that the show is like embracing it. Like the other Natalie crying because like people were fucking around in the back room or whatever. Like, she's like, you don't understand. Like, I've lost so much of my life. Like, I was like, oh no, everybody's broke. No, they're all poor.
And they're pooling tips. I don't think they were pooling tips with Brittany and Kristen Dowdy. Like, I don't think they were doing that. It's really sad. And then the Shane Davis of it all. What do you think of Shane Davis? Because when I saw him, I had the biggest eye roll. You know how I am about blonde men. I do not trust them. I can fawn over them, but I know to like just stay away. They're bad news.
He's the one that also seems to me like he's like, I'm literally here on the show to be famous. Like, was Shane Davis the one that was also in like reality dating shows, or was that one of the cousins?
I don't know what reality
one of
dating
them
show?
one of them said, I've been on 2 reality dating shows, and I was like, okay, so you want to be famous? I mean, which like, of course they all do, but I kind of like love that, you know, at a time where people are going on like Love Island and Love is Blind to become famous and like find clout, you still have the desperation in Los Angeles and West Hollywood where people are like, I guess I have to work at this famous restaurant and try to hopefully find somebody who's going to make me rich. Like, that level of desperation, I feel, is really, really hard to come by. Like, these are people who potentially were rejected by a Love Island or a Love is Blind. So then they like got jobs at SUR. In my mind, that's the way I see it. So I feel like their level of desperation is a little bit different. And I would argue a little sad, which makes better reality TV.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that now that I know that Marcus is 37 fawning over, because Shane Davis has to be in his 20s, right?
Yeah.
Late 20s at best.
Let's do a quick Google. Vanderpump Rules, new cast, ages. Oh God. Okay.
It's going to be a jump scare.
It's about to be a really, really bad jump scare. Okay. Let's see. Oh my God. Okay. Shane Davis, 31. All right. Venus, 27. Now Venus and Marcus are best friends, which is crazy. Okay. Marcus, he's in luck. He was born in 1990, so he's 35. Still not great. Too old, I think. Young Natalie, the one who obviously has like studied how to be a reality TV star, is 27, which like, I don't know, guys. At least the Southern Hospitality group is like all born after 2001. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maddie's like 24, right? Or like
Maddie Reese like just graduated high school when she started on that show. Like, at least Southern Hospitality, they're like legitimately young. Like, they're like fresh out of college or whatever. Like, these are like, I like Demi because she really is like, it feels to me like Demi, they were like Lisa really had to beg Demi to be on the show, because Demi does not seem like she really even wants to be on the show. She's like, no, this is just my regular job. Like, I've literally been working at SUR for 8 years, and I never wanted to be on the show the whole time.
Yeah. Now compared to Southern Hospitality, guys, you need to watch that show. I love it. And it's giving D-list vibes with VPR.
I don't know, maybe I feel this way because I've been to SUR, but like, it even looked dusty and dirty to me. Like, it looked dirty to me. And maybe that's because I've been there, and I know like any restaurant, guys, any restaurant they go into that has like an insane amount of like woodwork and plants and curtains, they're not clean because nobody is dusting those spaces. So there's like dead skin and foot particles and hair particles and food all over those items. Like, I was flabbergasted the first time I walked into SUR. I was like, oh, this place is so gross. It's like, you know, remember in Jersey, and I'm sure you remember this, like, remember back in like the 2000s where they were like, every other place was like a hookah spot? Like, any other place was like a hookah spot? and you would go into the hookah spots and be like, I literally can't do anything except for smoke here because I think everything else is dirty. Like, that's what I feel like Sir feels like to me. And it just is hilarious to me that these poor people, like, they're poor. And the thing about the tips, like, $50?
I know.
That's
On
so
a Wednesday
sad.
night.
Oh my
And it was supposed to
God.
be like really busy that night. No, you're so right. I mean, you also went to Sir during the day, which is very relevant because it's at like a night restaurant. There's this bar in Santa Cruz in downtown. It's called Red Room, and I went during the day once because I forgot my credit card. I left it behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, the way I thought it was like a magical like Circus du Soleil, like kind of a bar. It was so nice. There's couches everywhere. You go during the day, that place is so janky and dirty, and you see stains that doesn't really show in the dark, but during the day.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they're kind of leaning into how like shit has really hit the fan. Like, I kind of love that Lisa's like, no, these people are desperate. They're barely making tips. They're barely making tips. I wanted your opinion on Kim because she felt so Jersey to me.
Yeah, she's from New York. She gave me Katie vibes. Dating Schwartz.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
The way that she was like, I was crying and he didn't even console me. I just pictured her crying really loudly and him just like, ugh.
Exactly. Like, if we go into their apartment and there's a Bubba art, I'm gonna be like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, not this
I don't think
again.
I'm ready for that.
So we had those two Jersey boys, Jason and
Chris.
Chris
Is yummy.
Is Chris the one with the eyebrows?
Oh no, you're right. Jason's the bartender. Chris is the one who's like, I haven't been trained yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so because I think Jason was the one that was in the back room being told to take shots with Marcus, and he's the one with the eyebrows. He's the big puffy eyebrows. What a bunch of cuties. What a pair of little cutie patooties, okay? Those two feel like they were plucked off of like Santa Monica Boulevard, being like, put on a uniform, we're going to put you in a TV show. And they were like, all right, sure, whatever. Like, they really feel like, to me, like they're just there for a good time. That being said, there's major incest vibes between the two of them.
Well, they're cousins, half cousins. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it said something like our moms or like our grandmas half sisters or something. I was like, I don't know what this is. Yeah, they're step cousins or half cousins, but they're at one point like
they wrestle.
They wrestle. They're like, we didn't get close until we started wrestling together, and now we're in LA trying to make it big. Anyway, wannabe Mrs. Robinson, she's gonna try to fuck me. He's like, okay. I'm like, and then he was like, have you been watching White Lotus? I love that show. I can't wait to go visit Thailand. I was like, this is so incestual.
And the cherry on top, we both strip. We need to make money.
I was like, okay, so this is what's happening now. All right. Anyway, the episode ended with a classic Vanderpump Rules staff meeting where Lisa got really mad. Before we get to staff meeting, Lisa has that scene with Natalie, and she's like, Natalie, you've really done a bad, because Natalie like got suspended, and she's like, now they're like, suspense. Is she gonna let her in? She's like, but if it was anybody else, I would have reprimanded them. But for you, Natalie, you get to stay. And then it has that like jing, jing, jing music in the back. Like, oh, Lisa, the great, merciful Lisa. And it just was like so funny because later on, Lisa's actually really pissed that she has to fire people because she's like, do you know how hard it is to get help around here? Like, nobody wants to work anymore. And now I need to fire somebody? Please. What are you guys doing? I just love. Yeah.
As much as she booted Marcus, I'm like, you need him back next week.
100%. Exactly. Lisa's like, now, Marcus, I'm going to fire you on camera, but come to my house later on. We're going to do a silly photo shoot. And like, he's going to like have to come over and like pretend to be a pool boy. Oh, I just wanted to give you some work. And I was like, where is Max? Where's your son, Max? Where's Peter?
Yeah.
Where are the classics?
Where's Portia?
Wait, which Portia?
Isn't her daughter Portia?
No, that's Kyle's daughter. Her daughter is Pandora.
Oh my God, Pandora. Oh my God, guys, Beverly Hills.
No, I called Giselle, Garcelle. It was let's just get into Beverly Hills now because these bitches really fucking pissed me off, okay? I'm really fucking irritated watching Beverly Hills. Okay. The new season of Beverly Hills is upon us. And like I said, it's already pissing me off. 30% of the fucking episode is slow motion shots of these women getting ready, getting in and out of cars, doing errands. There's a shot of Erica like washing the car in a full face of makeup with like extensions in and like stiletto sneakers. It like didn't make any sense. When you start a season off like that with that much filler shit, it does not bode well for the season, in my opinion. It also does not help in my opinion, when the rest of the episode, like, yes, they talked about divorces and stuff, but a lot of the episode was spent talking about, we just don't understand. Why did Garcelle leave us? I don't understand. It's the great mystery. And Sutton, we're so sorry about Avi. I was like, did Avi die? What happened? And they're like, oh, we just find out like Avi's just like not friends with Sutton anymore. Okay. I was like, all right, I guess. I will say the highlight was seeing Rachel Zoe join. I think Rachel Zoe so far is showing up as a breath of fresh. And I'm excited to finally see somebody on one of these shows that is like happily and openly discussing their divorce.
Oh yeah, I love how she's always been open. You got to give Rachel Zoe that from the many years of her being on Bravo. She's always been open to talk about her relationship with Roger. And I was like really saddened to see them not be together anymore, that they're divorced. But then I've missed out so much that Bravo had so much flashbacks, to go back to Roger being like a total asshole when it came to the business. And I remember seeing that and being like, ooh, yeah, maybe they shouldn't be in business together because they're so polar opposites. But yeah, and then seeing her kids, I thought that was so great to watch and talk about like Roger. And I love her house, her clothes, and Rachel was a fresh breath of air because I don't want to look at Erica's fake rental car being washed, like that was so fake to me.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Garcelle. So they have a couple of scenes where like Erica, Kyle, and Sutton get together and they're like, so Sutton, like it's honestly, these bitches smell blood in the water. Like Erica and Kyle basically went over and Sutton had to like make space for them while her mom was visiting so that she could be like, please play with me. Please be my friend. I'm still here. And they're like, so what happened with you and Garcelle? I don't get it. And then Sutton's like, oh, I don't know. We were supposed to go out to dinner. And then I texted her and then she unfollowed me. And like, I just don't know. I can't deal with this. These women, this is what they do. They want, this is like, the white women hate me. This is why. These women do a thing that I often see white women do, which is that they do aggressive, passive-aggressive, rude-ass things. And then they, act like they throw shit, hide their hand, and then demand for you to explain to them how you were harmed by them, right? Like, oh, I don't understand why Garcelle is so mad at us. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe it's because every single time Garcelle has tried to explain herself, you guys have twisted into something else. When Garcelle's put under the fire, Sutton, her best friend, has been sitting there, in the words of Bose, quiet as a church mouse. Like, just sitting there completely like, oh, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. You guys accused her of not paying at a charity. You guys have used microaggressions against her. You've called her aggressive. You have acted dumb to every single thing that she has clocked about you guys. And then you're like, oh, I don't know. And then I think what Kyle wants is like, Kyle wants Garcelle to tell her what she did, as if Kyle is the kind of person that can ever even listen to other people talk. Kyle will be like, but I didn't mean that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. And like, she wants to argue with you and gaslight you into thinking that your experience is not what you actually experienced. And Garcelle got tired of it. She was like, I'm not going to sit here and explain to you how you all have harmed me. Watch the fucking show. Like, I don't get it. I was really disappointed to see that there was such a big amount of the show where they spent talking about Garcelle. What did you think?
Yeah, no, it was like Garcelle never left. It felt like, is she going to appear mid-season with, Denise Richards? Because we know we are going to have Denise Richards later on in the season. I don't like how they have Garcelle's name in all of their mouths, because it just tells me that there's nothing going on with their lives. The fact that Sutton let go of Avi and is not going to explain what happened, it's just like, okay, but you had him as like throughout the seasons being shown, like, at least give us that. This is what I mean when they're not open and honest. It's they're always pointing fingers and saying, I need you to be open and honest. And it's like, well, you're not being honest yourself either. Sutton is really pissing me off, especially her coming out saying like, oh, I've gotten to know all the ladies and now we're all in a good place together. And it's like, oh, so are you blaming Garcelle for that reasoning? Like, I don't understand you all of a sudden wanting to be friends with Erica Jane.
Yeah, it's really nonsensical. Like, right before we were recording, like I said, I was watching so many reels on Threads and on Instagram of people talking about how, like, all of the times that Garcelle has been attacked by these women. And look, I get it. Like, oh, it's not really attacking. Like, oh, everybody gets like put on watch, like at reunions, like everybody's had made to answer to stuff. Garcelle is a pretty unproblematic person. She's the only person who actually would speak up and say what she was really thinking about these people. And every single time at the reunions, Andy would be like, so Garcelle, what do you think about Kyle and Dorit fighting? Well, why the fuck are you asking Garcelle? Why does it matter? Like, it was always weird. It was like they always had to put it on Garcelle, like, to share her opinion about these things. And then when she would, they would get mad at her. And like, didn't make any sense. I just couldn't stand it. Keep Garcelle's name out of your mouth. And if you really, this is all you have to talk about, then you really don't have a show. That's why you spent a good amount of it fucking leaving and entering establishments, Yeah,
I'm also kind of surprised in Watch What Happens Live. Garcelle did say if she were to talk to any of the women, it would be Kyle. Because we started off the season with Kyle saying like, yeah, me and Garcelle don't really like vibe like that anymore, right?
Yeah, and also because Kyle was on Watch What Happens Live last night and saying like, Garcelle, we don't know what happened with Garcelle because Garcelle has never spoken to any of us since she left. So it's like, so you're just gonna lie, which is what Kyle does,
Yeah.
Speaking of Kyle, she's still really not telling us that she's bisexual yet, but she is making food for her daughters, and her daughter, one of them, is getting married. And I thought the scene was so funny because she sits at a table and she's like getting ready to, like, I don't know, talk about how one of them is getting married, and she's like, okay, I get it that you're planning your wedding, but let's look at wedding pictures of me and your dad. I was like, this is so weird.
Her daughter literally shut the laptop and was like, oh, yeah, this is about you.
Her daughter was like, all right, well, I guess I should put my Pinterest away and we'll just look at pictures of you and dad, the dad that you're not married to anymore. All right. Anyway, let's do this.
But how reassuring was it for all the girls, the daughters, to like side with Kim saying like, yeah, dad is weird, always hanging out with us at events, at parties that are meant for like 20-year-olds.
Okay, just this week, I saw a clip of Mauricio this week. I'm sure you saw it. Mauricio dancing DJing and dancing in what looked like an H&M. I was like, what is this?
The Freddy Fazbear box just dropped at Popeyes for $7.99, and it's scary good. Garlic palm tenders and cheesy bites with marinara sauce. Upgrade to the deluxe box for $12.99 and get a 20-ounce drink in a cupcake cup. Dig in before it's too late. Try the Freddy Fazbear Crunch menu, now at Popeyes. See Five Nights at Freddy's 2, only in theaters. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Prices may vary.
This week on Seen on the Screen, join me, Jacqueline Coley, as I sit down with award-winning costume designer Paul Tazwell, the visionary behind the stunning looks of Wicked and Wicked for Good. We take a closer look at two of the iconic costumes from Glinda and Elphaba, the subtle details you may have missed, and the Broadway shows that inspired Paul's love of costuming. Step behind the scenes of Wicked for Good and tune into Seen on the Screen wherever you listen to podcasts.
With new, gentler scented Clorox disinfecting wipes, clean finally smells as good as it feels. On everything from lamps to ceiling fans. Even on your kid's toy shark. Oh, ouch. Clorox disinfecting wipes. Now available in... Ooh, crisp lemon. Find it on Amazon. Clorox. Clean feels good.
Say hello to the all-new Alexa Plus and see how Alexa can do so much more for you. Need tickets to see your favorite artist? Craving your comfort restaurant? Just sit back, relax, and talk naturally. Alexa's on it. It learns your style, anticipates what's next, and makes it happen across Echo, Fire TV, and more. Learn more at amazon.com/new Alexa.
Hi, I'm Jim. I'm not an actor, just a guy living with prostate cancer. My wife and I face each day head on. We asked my doctor about Xtandi enzalutamide.
Xtandi 40 milligram tablets treats men with prostate cancer that has spread to other parts of the body and responds to a medical or surgical treatment to lower testosterone. Xtandi may cause serious side effects: seizure, a brain condition called PRESS, allergic reactions, heart disease that can lead to death, falls and bone fractures, swallowing problems, or choking that can lead to death. Stop Xtandi and get medical help at once if your face, tongue, lip, or throat start swelling. Tell your doctor at once if you faint, have a seizure, quickly worsening headache, decreased alertness, confusion, vision problems, chest pain or discomfort, or shortness of breath. Xtandi can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during and 3 months after Xtandi. Common side effects include muscle and joint pain, feeling unusually tired, hot flashes, constipation, less appetite, diarrhea, high blood pressure, bleeding, falls, fractures, and headache.
Visit Xtandi.com to watch my story.
Why are you inside of a department store at the mall? It was so weird.
Because a 24-year-old girl that he's talking to is there promoting it, Nor. Like, that's why he's there.
Mauricio, get down from that table. That's where the jeans are. What are you doing? It was so weird. And like all I saw in the video were just like him dancing in his teeth, because his veneers are so bright white. Oh my God, you know what I realized? We haven't even seen Mauricio on Potomac yet.
No, not yet. I think they're going to, when they go to Colorado at Angels, like ranch or whatever, because they all have cowboy hats. It's coming.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh brother. By the way, speaking of Angel, I was trying to figure out how old she is, because when I close my eyes and listen to her talk, I'm like, is this woman 90? Like Angel gives geriatric every single time. And guys, I was texting with Kendrick. I spent a lot of time on her Instagram page and I could not figure out how old this woman is. And apparently she's in her 30s. Like she and the cast of the new Vanderpump Rules are allegedly around the same age.
Wow. I mean, Kiarna's around our age, 38, 39, yes. Right? I just lumped it in like that she was that age too.
Yeah, because like Wendy's 41. Like she just turned 40 last year, as you remember. And we know that Ashley's younger. So Ashley's like your age probably, or younger than you. God, Ashley was in her 20s when she became a housewife. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I don't know why she's still there, guys. I hate how the storyline with her and Monique, because obviously I'm loving Monique coming back, but that just means that Ashley's not going away next season or the season after that. Like we're going to have more Ashley for a few more seasons, and I thought we were literally out the door.
No, she's still with us. By the way, her face work recently looks crazy. She got either too much Botox or too much filler or both. And I say that as a person that has had both things done to them. But she looks nutso. Her face looks really I'm like, you're a beautiful Black woman. You do not need to be doing all that shit to your face. Knock it off.
Yeah. Okay. And to go back to Beverly Hills, did you see Farrah?
We should.
Sorry.
No,
but
no,
you
no,
were
we
talking
should.
about like face work, and I could not believe when all the sisters were sitting down with Kyle and the oldest daughter next to her, the one that's not akin from Mauricio.
Yeah.
She I think she did the buccal fat or something, because she was a beautiful, natural, beautiful girl. And to see her on that table with cheekbones just like sucked in, I was like, I hate what what LA Beverly Hills area does to women.
So I've seen pictures of Farrah when she was much younger, and she and Kyle used to have the same nose. And so I can totally imagine that. I mean, I worry about this with Melissa Gorga's daughter all the time. Now, why am I thinking about Melissa Gorga's daughter all the time? Because I'm sick. Okay, that's why. Because I'm sick. But I think about what is her name? Not Gia. Antonia. So Antonia looks just like Melissa before Melissa got all her work done. And so Melissa now has on her third nose or whatever, which pro, facial work. But I think one of the craziest things is when if you have your mom's face and then your mom changes that face, isn't that going to fuck you up as a young woman? So I wouldn't be surprised if Farrah's well, my mom is a whole other person now. So I guess I need to be also, I don't know. I'm sure it's also not easy being the cousin of Paris and Nikki Hilton,
Right.
Or Kyle Richards' fucking daughter. So who knows? Kyle and Dorit kind of bond over the fact that both of their ex-husbands are pieces of shit. What's up with these divorced men making out at the valet?
And I'm sorry, who's calling the paparazzi on them? Themselves, right? Because I don't want to see that in the tabloids. I don't think that's huge news. Yes. They're calling on themselves, right? Because in a valet in the middle of nowhere, Harry Styles wasn't there.
Yeah, I just don't and also Mauricio, that one picture of Mauricio, he literally, this girl is straddling him in the middle of a parking lot. It's so weird. Same thing with PK. I was like, who are these women? Mauricio at least makes some sense because he is an attractive man, I guess. But PK?
What? I wouldn't even be able to spot him in a lineup. You know what I mean? What paparazzi is who is used to what? Snapping. I'm thinking Anna Taylor-Joy, right? I just saw The Witch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then PK.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it was so funny when Dorit was that's the day that I filed for divorce. And then the next day, Jagger had a baseball game and he minded his business and I minded mine. And then there's a paparazzi picture at the baseball game. I was like, what? You're going to tell me that the Paps came to Jaggy's baseball game? Please, Dorit.
One of you have called them. That is the solution. You
had one of the other moms there take that picture and send it to TMZ. Okay, that's really what happened. It was so silly. I don't know what to make of all of the Kathy stuff. I feel like Kathy's always thrown in there as a wacky comedic.
I have jeans out of my purse.
Yeah. You're okay. They're oh my God, Kathy, did you bring jeans in your purse? And she's well, there's Kathy being silly old Kathy. It's so stupid. I can't stand it. I can't stand these women. And you know what sucks, man? When I talk about Beverly Hills, this is business talk. When I talk about Beverly Hills, I get the most downloads, and it pisses me off because I hate this show so much. Oh my God, do you know what I just realized? I skipped right over Married to Medicine.
Ooh. And I got notes on Married to Medicine.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier about Beverly Hills, go on, girl, give me nothing. Who had the best and worst week on the show this week? And we'll talk about Married to Medicine next.
Well, best definitely Rachel Zoe, because I think she's a great addition to the cast. Worst, I guess I would have to say Erica Jane. I think this is her last season. It has to be. It has to be. She's not giving anything. She doesn't add anything unless she wants to fight with Sutton, but it looks like they're friends now. I don't know.
Yeah, and if Erica's gonna be this like, I'm a vixen, pat my puss girl, then say that you fuck Jesse Solomon from New York. That's gonna be good for your image. It's
And
much
they're going
better
to the
than
Hamptons.
Yeah,
Did you
and like,
see?
wait, who's going to the Hamptons? The ladies?
The ladies are going to the Hamptons, and automatically I was like, okay, are we gonna have a scene with Jesse Solomon and Wes now? Like,
oh
god,
yuck. I was hoping that Erica would be like, yeah, I fucked him and it wasn't that great. Like, I wish that they would be more like Luann, you know, Countess.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Joe Bradley, the man who has my exact face. Yes, I did sleep with him. Okay, let's talk about Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine is back, and guess what? Nothing has changed. Okay, they're same old bullshit. Okay, Dr. Jackie, she fat shamed someone. Simone, she's fighting with Quad. Quad, she's monologuing about something. Toya bought another new house. And Heavenly will eventually talk about somebody's mama, but she was not on the show this week. And Contessa was just there. She was just there.
I like the new Beast so far, especially with no Heavenly being shown. I was like, I can dig the new girls. We need some new members in this franchise, especially since Simone and Quad are still going at it. Because I was like, didn't we end the reunion with sisterhood? Like coming back together. You know what I mean?
Between Salt Lake City and Married to Medicine, I would love to never hear the word sisterhood ever again. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Oh my God. What do you think about this Quad and Simone fight? Do you think that it's anything?
No, it's still harboring from since the beginning. I think Simone is still upset that like Quad like moved on to another girl group with that sisterhood show that she had.
It's called
and,
Sister
like,
Circle. Okay.
Yeah. And the fact that like Simone still harbors like really bad feelings about that. And you know what? I love Quad and I love Simone and I wish they can just get their shit together.
Yeah, especially because like I love all the times that we see get the like the previously like the flashbacks of like why Quad and Simone fight, and I'm obsessed with the clip of Simone being like she's always yelling. She goes,
yeah,
this little girl thinks that she's better than us. And I was like, and that's the day you would never hear from me again, because you're not going to call a grown-ass woman a little girl and think that that's okay. And I think the Quad has a lot of problems, but like I also think that they need to get the fuck over it. They've really tried it. They tried to kick her off the show. They literally did kick her off the show. By bringing Quad's abusive ex-husband and his new fiance on the show. Then she came back on the show because she was like, fuck you guys, you're not keeping me down. And she's still on the show. And like Simone got mad. She screamed at Quad. I didn't even watch the reunion, but she screamed at Quad. And then she has the nerve to be like, I was in bed for 2 days. I'd be like, okay, get a grip. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And then for her to be like, well, Quad said that I would be on Traitors. And I was like, and that's an honor. I wish that somebody would say that I would be on Traitors. That's so stupid that you got mad about that. And then that's the problem with Simone. Simone gets like slightly offended by some things that someone did passive aggressively. And then she goes way too hard by being like, who's paying for Quad's house? I was like, come on, Simone, you're better than that.
And she would be upset if someone said that to her. So
100%. She got so mad when Heavenly was like, tell Cecil to get a job. It was like, so yeah. It's so stupid. Dr. Jackie, I like the new girls. Yes, there's Mimi, there's Angel. Is that her name?
I don't know. Let me see because I had it pulled up here.
There's Mimi, who we met last week. She's the one that had her little garden party this week, and her cutie patootie husband. And then, yeah, we'll get back to the new girls. But, okay, so Toya bought a new house.
I know, and I like this one, so I hope it sticks. I love Toya.
No, I love Toya. Friend of the podcast.
I love how she's raising them boys. I need every mother to take notes. Especially, I hate the term boy mom, but she really is such a great boy mom. Teaching these kids how to be men.
Yeah, she is. I love Toya because she's gonna work that man to the ground. He has to drive 5 hours away. 5 hours away so he could pay for this new house. And Toya is like, you're never here to teach the kids how to take out the garbage. And he's like, Toya, I have to work. I have to go to the middle of nowhere because you once again have bought another house. My friend that I made, a friend of this podcast and also like friend in real life, Lorianne, she calls Toya income destroyer. And I love it. I think about it every single time because she really does come on every single season. And I love this one because she was like, everybody thought I was going to be a renter, but then I'm not. I bought a house. We're like, no, we actually just need you to stay put so that you stop wasting money on like closing fees. Do you know how much closing fees are? They're so expensive, Toya, please. Eugene is exhausted.
Eugene is so exhausted so she can live her tennis 3 times, 5 times a week life.
And she's not even in that subdevelopment anymore because she got into a fight with Anila, remember? And because Anila accused her of robbing her house. I was like, let's get the FBI to investigate those guys because if we're going to be on Wendy, let's see what happened to Anila and her supposed burglary or whatever.
Oh, wow. I forgot about Anila.
Good, as you should. Everybody should forget about Anila. I actually met one of my cousins is from North Carolina area and he knows I think he's friends with Anila's sister or something, and they're all physicians. And he's like, she does a lot. It's like, yeah, she does. Dr. Jackie's in a weird fight with Toya about something that happened so long ago. I love what Toya said on Watch What Happens Live. Thing like, yeah, Curtis puts his hand on women, and then Dr. Jackie is still being like, Curtis did not put his hands on you. You simply sat in Curtis's lap. I was like, Jackie,
no, he pushed her in. There's evidence.
He grabbed her and pulled her into his lap. Like no anybody with 2 eyeballs can see that. And Dr. Jackie, who's so keen on who has thyroid problems, is gonna be like, oh no, that wasn't Curtis grabbing her. That was Toya sitting in Curtis's lap. I'm like, come on, Jackie, please.
She's so miserable. I'm sorry. I love what she does to the community. I love what I think she's really important when it comes to that aspect. But like, she is so miserable with her life with Curtis that she has to pick on Toya. And Toya's just like, we're coming back to this now. That was like from what, season 3?
Yeah.
You know how long ago that was?
Yeah.
I do not like Curtis.
No,
I don't.
No.
It's so funny because I love Toya, but I also love, Eugene is the only husband that I won't mind watching when he comes on screen with the boys. I'm just like, oh, Eugene's with the boys, I'll listen. But when it's just like Dr. Heavenly's like husband and even Cecil pisses me off.
Please call him daddy, okay? Please have some respect for daddy. No, Cecil pisses me off too because, by the way, the show is exactly the same every single year. Simone and Quad are fighting. Heavenly's also fighting with somebody. Jackie's fat shaming somebody. Then Simone is like, we have to become friends again. And then they go on like a couples retreat in some Caribbean island. And then Cecil and Simone try to act like mediators, even though both Cecil and Simone are like not well themselves. And then by the end, they get to the reunion. And by the time they get to reunion, everybody's mad at each other again. I'm like, guys, it's the same show, and I watch.
That's why I'm feeling hopeful for the newbies. I really do think that they're going to bring. I'm hoping they're going to bring something different, especially to the doctor that Dr. Jackie was just like, "Oh, did you get your thyroid check?"
Oh my god, is your thyroid inflamed?
I loved how she didn't really like clap back.
She didn't engage.
She didn't engage, and I have a feeling that she's going to be good. Like, I don't know. I just have a good feeling about that one.
I'm excited for young people to be on the show. Like, I think that like Toya, Quad is the youngest one on the show and Quad is 44, right? So like, I'm excited for there to be younger women on the show because that younger generation of like doctors and doctors' wives are the ones that can clap back at somebody like Jackie and say, Jackie, you can't say shit like that to people. That's fucked up. You can't talk to people that way. No, Jackie, your husband Curtis is a creep. That's like, I'm looking forward to that. And I think that it's really important for my viewing, you know?
Yeah, it really is.
Who do you think who had the best and worst week of this week's Married to Medicine?
Ooh. Well, worst week, definitely Heavenly for not being even featured.
She's not even there. What do you think?
They talked about her son.
I know.
I was like, dang, Bravo, you really like kicked the bucket because this is the season we could have all been like. Although, like, I really love how Simone was like, we're not going to touch that because, you know, we live in America where Black men are always being not justified correctly. And so I really respected that. So, yeah, worst week for Heavenly for sure.
I looked up the allegations. It said that the allegation was that their son, Damon Jr., drove his car towards a police officer who was on duty. And even though the officer wasn't injured, it led to an aggravated assault charge. And I'm like, you're not going to convince me that a Black man did anything wrong to a cop. I'm sorry. That's fucking bullshit. Like, we know how this country works. And I do love that Cecil and Simone were like, we're raising Black boys in America. We're not covering this. Now, what I am interested to see is Heavenly talk about her campaigning for a congresswoman.
I know, and Quad backing her up.
Yeah, Quad was like going to be her manager or something, like her campaign manager. Would you vote for Heavenly?
No. Just because I know how erratically crazy she is.
Also, I never know like where Heavenly actually falls. Like, I want to say Heavenly is probably a Democrat, but I'm also not sure because Heavenly has some pretty conservative views about a lot of things. So Heavenly, I'm going to need to see you in a debate, okay, where you're not allowed to say your mama.
Yeah.
And who do you think won? Who do you think had the best week?
I think it's the newbies. Because like when they came on, I was like, oh, I'm excited to see even Quad's like best friend, who we've seen her in the past. I remember her being featured. I was just like, oh, I'm excited for the new girls because Dr. Jackie, like I said, I love her, but like someone just needs to really put her in her place. And Sweet Tea tried.
Yeah.
She didn't have the PhD to do it, but at least the newbies can.
Okay, I looked it up. So we have Mimi, who is a doctor. She's a psychiatrist. And then we have Angel, who is Quad's bestie, and she is a nurse of like oncology, emergency medicine, and orthopedics. And then Brandy is the nurse practitioner who has she's like an injector, and then she has like a wellness and aesthetics business. So she's the one that Dr. Jackie was like, is your throat inflamed or what? I was like, good Lord. So I'm excited for those two to be like giving it to these women because they need to be put in their place. And I think that Jackie still functions. I think a lot of the show still functions in that like some of these women are your elders and they need to like have a certain space in the show, which is where I always go back to Simone saying, this little girl thinks that she's better than us. Last year, Kendrick said that the original, I don't know how Mom Talk is going to survive this, is we have to figure out what's going on in this group. Like, that is the original. Real quick, as we wrap up the chat, because we literally just have 5 minutes, I was thinking I would talk about the new season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, especially because of the Fruity Pebbles of it all. But at this point, I feel like that show aired so long ago. Apparently, the reunion was on last night. I did not watch it. Apparently, it was canned, universally canned reunion. I was like, yeah, I'm so happy to hear that Stassi flopped. Yes.
I had that my worst week ever. I didn't see the reunion. I haven't really seen, I haven't seen the new season yet, but I've been watching so many clips. There's been so many like recaps articles that I'm just like, I didn't really miss much, you know?
Yeah.
But dude, the fact that Demi literally was on the top and now she has fallen so far with her Grandpa Brett husband. I just, and I'm kind of glad as well that the reunion tanked. It tanked with Nick Viall. I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be any better with Stassi.
Yeah.
I don't even want to give it any ratings because I do not like the Stassi comeback of it all. I don't need to see her face.
And she has a new show on Hulu.
Yeah. And she's still on the tails of Vanderpump, Lisa Vanderpump. Like, she might not be in Bravo, guys, but she's sneaking her way into other networks.
Yeah. I'm so happy to hear it tanked. I'm not going to watch it, but every single person I know who watched it shut it off halfway through because they were like, it's actually unwatchable. At some point, they clear the entire stage so Dakota can come and talk. And I was like, oh, no thanks. No thanks. I'm all set here. All good.
I'm good. I mean, I'm still going to watch this season. I have to put in my own thoughts, but I haven't been, it's not like season 1 and 2 where I was like, I have to run and binge it.
No.
I don't know. They're kind of too self-aware.
I also think what's hard about the show is that even at the reunion, apparently, they're like, well, you're going to have to watch season 4 to find out because they filmed the reunion for the season that's currently airing while they are filming the season that is going to air next. So even in season 3, they filmed the interviews that were going on, before season 2 came out. They filmed those while they were filming season 3. So I feel like these women are constantly being filmed. Unlike in Bravo, like where the women get downtime, these women are constantly filmed. So I'm like, we gotta get this to stop and get them all some therapy because this can't be good for them.
No, it's not good for their ego to constantly be filmed and not get a break. Like, you need to be humbled down a little bit. I think that's one of Hulu's like downfalls of reality TV.
Exactly. Okay, well, I think that brings us to the end of our chat. What do you have going on, Van? And tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on Best Week Ever Podcast on Instagram or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, just like The Reality Is. And I will be having my end of the year episode soon. I'm excited because you and Sonia, we both recorded, I think last week, our best and worst year ever. And I'm excited because we have like a big guest list of friends with like Raven from Bitches Better, Tom Hamlet, Gabbing with Gib. So I'm super excited for that episode to be released with all our friends.
Yeah, I had so much fun talking to you and Sonia. I have been using the term big naturals, thanks to her, to talk about Sydney Sweeney all week. It's so funny. Guys, go and check out Van everywhere. Van, I need you to come back, obviously, now because there's too much stuff once a week to talk about, and you're the only person who has the capacity to apparently do it. Guys, I'll be back next week on a special episode with Raheel where we're going to talk about disgraced South Asian comedians. For example, Zarna Garg, who came out this week as a Trumper. So have a great weekend. I will talk to everybody then. Bye.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.